one before.
So yes, so I'm ordering underwear, and I just finished doing that because so I was one of those things where I was cleaning out some of my purses, and I found gift cards. I love gift cards, first of all. I'm like, tell people, don't buy me anything. I'll get it myself, or whatever. But
Right.
gift cards are good, but sometimes I'll forget them. So I have these my little Coach pouch. And I have all these gift cards. I have all these gift cards. So I just forget about
You
it.
found those gift cards?
These were all given to me over like the pandemic and stuff. Yeah, they were given to
Oh
me
my gosh,
as
you should
gifts.
go shopping big
Well,
time.
I just did right now. I got some stuff from Macy's. That's done. Who else I got? I got Z Gallery. I got Coach.
Nice.
I got a couple
I
of
love
stuff.
Coach.
Well,
Did you know that Coach has an outlet in Lake Arrowhead?
I've been up there in 100 years.
So, but they've got a great little outlet in Lake Arrowhead.
Sounds good to me. I love Coach.
So when I go to visit Mama, guess where I go?
Go to Coach. That's right, kids. But but these gift cards, I have them, and then I forget. And then so now I found them because the pandemic, I didn't go anywhere, but I didn't order online. So I'm like, okay, well, now I found them. Now I want to use them. I know they don't expire anymore. I guess they can't expire anymore, but
Right.
I have them, and now I'm using them. So I bought underwear.
I love that you found your gift cards.
On my gift cards. So I'm very happy. Flobo Boyce, we are recording right now. So everybody, this is Flobo Boyce.
Hey,
Flobo, meeting Melissa
jumping
for
in.
the first time. Hello, Flobo.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How's it going?
Good, great.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was mesmerized by so many plaques on that wall. I was like, man, I'm
Oh, those
slacking.
are all volunteerism in the Insurance Association.
Like
Oh,
these little things behind me. Those.
Skill and effort. I'm out. I'm way out.
You have an award back there, Flobo. You show off that award. You got an award.
Oh yeah, that's for doing one of my shows. But yeah,
That should not be behind your head. You should
I know.
move that to the right or the left.
I know, right? I should put it in front and have it in the back. I'll be sitting on the dresser.
The famous dresser in television.
The most famous dresser in the game.
The game, yes, not the dresser. Yeah, I know. I never really looked back there, Melissa. Before, I mean, I was like, yeah, you have a lot. I mean, all my plaques are in front of me. I didn't do that. I just might think.
You know what's in front of me? A huge poster from Boss Baby.
Oh my God!
When he's holding the cookie in his little suit, like that, got that little attitude, and it says, "Cookies are for closers." That's my mantra. When I sit in my office space, I have to remember in sales,
yes,
you don't get a cookie unless you close a deal.
Absolutely.
It's so funny. That's the way. Yeah, I was just playing, also playing Heart. I watched the documentary on Heart last night. I guess it got me thinking about them. So now I'm playing all their music. It's good about documentaries. You see stuff and all of a sudden you want to play everything that you go, oh my God, I remember that song. I remember that song. I remember that song.
Okay, yeah.
I love me some Heart, but I never saw them in concert. That's one of the few concerts I've missed that I'm pissed about. That one and the Carpenters. I wanted to see Carpenters so bad. I didn't see them.
Is there? Do you have a list of like artists that you haven't concerted?
Yes, we'll make up words. Sure, we'll make up words. We're all smart. We make up words. Yeah, I do have a list of people I never saw Nirvana, and I was their biggest Nirvana fan. Like I was supposed to go see them. I think they were playing Metallica, which I've seen Metallica. They were supposed to play together for some kind of, I almost said Budweiser Superfest. That's black folks. It was some kind of like white beer people, whatever. And I missed it. And I was like, oh my goodness. I said, I love Nirvana. When Kurt Cobain died, I was depressed for like a month. I'm a huge fan. So I never saw them in concert. I went to concerts all the time. I'm still pissed. I never saw Madonna's first tour. And I was a huge Madonna fan from the beginning. The Like a Virgin tour in '85, somehow I missed it. And in that year, I saw Wham! America. I saw Shaka Khan. I saw Duran Duran. I mean, I saw all these concerts that year. I'm like, how did I miss Madonna? And I was a huge Madonna fan back then. I saw Prince in the Revolution. And I saw all the big names. I saw Bruce Springsteen that year. I mean, I saw everybody that year. I'm like, how did I miss Madonna? So I don't even know how, I don't even know what happened. So yeah, I have a whole list of people I wish I had seen.
I take it.
I didn't. I also saw Tom Petty. Never saw Tom. I was a huge Tom Petty fan.
Oh wow.
Never saw him, but I noticed in the 2000s when I was working for an insurance industry, when I knew Melissa, when I was making good money, Me and Nicholas, Nicholas, we saw all kind of concerts. We were going to concerts all the time because they always came to San Francisco. I mean, that's like in LA, always came to San Francisco or Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would go see. I mean, I saw Shania Twain and Garth Brooks. I saw everybody in the '90s. So I said, I'm not gonna miss nobody this time.
That's right. So Madonna, what's up?
I know. I mean, I've seen every concert she's done since then.
Oh, everyone said, but not the okay. Got
Not
it,
the first one. That's what I'm saying. So it's so weird. I've seen every concert since then, but not the first one. And I was a fan from when we thought she was black.
What? Wait a minute. Favorite eras? What's your favorite Madonna era? Are you?
Ooh, Melissa, what do you think? My favorite Madonna era, the beginning, right? Kind of the early years, right?
I'll say this, for every era she swept through, I loved her. I loved her. As she was transforming to a Brit, when she married Guy Ritchie, loved her. She's probably one of the most phenomenal women. I remember watching her on was it the bandstand? Not the bandstand. Dick Clark's.
American Bandstand.
So he's got a microphone, and this is like she wasn't known, totally young, and she's like, "Yeah, I want to conquer the world." And he kind of did a double take, like, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, I want to conquer the world," and she did.
She did.
So that was a great moment for a young girl to see that, going, "Oh my gosh, if she can do it, anyone can do it," right?
Remember how big she was. Like, yes. She was huge. From like 84 to like 90, Madonna was the biggest female star in the world. Like,
yes.
Huge. She was everywhere. And she's the master of media because she was so young. She was so young, and she was like changing her look every 5 minutes.
Yes. Right. And fearless.
So I guess that era I liked, but I also liked her Mother Earth era. I liked Ray of Light, and I liked her.
Yeah.
That was late 90s, 2000. She became, when she was Frozen and all those songs. I love that whole kind of getting back to herself, being self-reflective. She had kids by then. That was a whole thing. So I liked that era also. But the early era is my favorite. Just when she was just like the mole and the lace. I mean, she was the bomb. She was just, and her squeaky voice. I mean, it was the bomb. I mean, she took chances. I will say the one time I was kind of like, I don't know, girl, what the like. You may remember this, Melissa, the Like a Prayer video. So Pepsi canceled it because they saw the video first, I guess, and I'm like, I see why in a weird way. And then I saw the burning crosses. She's dancing in front of them in a lace teddy, and I was like, okay, I love you. I'm just not sure how I feel about this as a black person. But did she have black Jesus in it? And it was this whole thing. I was like, okay, I'm good. So, and it didn't kill her. I mean, her career kept going. I mean, it didn't kill her.
Yeah.
Fearless, right? She just was, and is still fearless.
Oh yeah, she is. But I didn't see that first. So what do you think for you though? Because for you, she was always around. Because you're younger than we are, she was always around. So do you recognize her as an icon, or was it?
I recognize it as someone that was able to change her look. I mean, very much like automobiles, right? That you come out with a model and you do a little tweaks, change a little light, change a little paint scheme, and then year 5 is a brand new body altogether. But my first time I was aware of Madonna's eras was the music era, right? The cowgirl stuff.
Oh, yes. Oh yeah. Everybody had cowboy hats.
Yeah, it was like, oh, okay. I remember her changing to that because I think even if you didn't know her music back then, growing up in Brooklyn, didn't really play her stuff on the radio as much. There was the comb bra, right? So for me, it was a big gap. The comb bra era to like the music stuff. I'm like, what? And then somebody I came to appreciate. People don't as much. Like I thought MDNA was okay, but I understand Rebel Heart was better, But I can't say I have one favorite. It's kind of cool to see like the evolution of someone still doing it, even though she's not as big as like Dua Lipa necessarily today. Like she didn't fall into obscurity. Like no one's like who? Like no one's saying like who's that? So.
That's the thing about Madonna. She's one of the few artists of that era. Bruce Springseen's probably the other person, because the other two are dead, but not Prince and Michael Jackson are dead. Of that era that still puts out #1 albums. They're not the same #1 albums that came out when they're big time, but you're right, they're still relevant. When she did that song with Justin Timberlake. the 4 minutes or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like
You
4
got 4
seconds.
minutes to
per minute.
save the world.
It was good. It's like, okay, her and Justin actually works. It worked.
People hate that song though. I play it at parties. Everyone's like, "Oh, DJ, no!" Like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Madonna and Justin Timberlake will work together, but it doesn't. It's like fruit plus cake. It's fruit cake. Oh, I'm sorry."
Cake. Plus cake. I like that. Wait, they don't like that song, really?
No, I've tried because you try to say, okay, Justin Timberlake's great. Let me use that as a bridge because the bass line is very simple, so you can like change the key to something else. So there's certain songs we use as bridge songs to other genres, like "Temperature" from Sean Paul, for example. Like it's if you don't know if the crowd wants reggae, you play that song, you see. But every time I played 4 minutes, it's like Justin Timberlake fans and Madonna fans come together to hate that song. It's
That's funny.
yeah. So I don't play it.
Well, I have a friend who loves ABBA and loves Madonna,
Ooh.
but hates the song "Hung Up" because "Hung Up" is the sample of "Gimme, Gimme, Gimme a Man After Midnight" by ABBA.
Oh.
That's ABBA. She had to actually write to ABBA and ask permission for the song.
Oh wow, that makes sense.
And so, I'm like, but you like ABBA, you like Madonna, just put together. He's like, I hate that song.
I heard that song on a CSI New York episode. I was like, that's pretty dope.
They played it on CSI.
Everybody, yeah. It was like two girls are partying, having time of their life, and then you know how it goes. They open the door and go, ah, cut to the dead body. Sorry, that's so random. Sorry, Melissa, I'm a random person.
No, this is a random
I
show.
love it. We love random.
We're
Coffee
random.
conversation, right?
Yeah, coffee conversation. And I have my KTLA 5 mug. Everybody's jealous.
Oh, look at
The
you.
Emmy Award winning KTLA.
One of my favorite lineups. Love those folks over at
Me too,
KTLA.
Me too. Do you watch any of those kind of weird shows, Mister? Like those CSIs or FBIs or Chicago PD? You watch any of those kinds? I don't watch any of that stuff.
No,
Yeah,
I used to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, all the CSIs when they came out, I mean, in my other life, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be a crime scene investigator because down on the couch, I'm the best one in the room.
They're bringing it back for a reason, James. You laugh. They're bringing it back. They're bringing it back next week. I am so excited. Oh, wait, no, today actually. It's coming out this week.
Yeah. Criminal Minds was probably one of my favorites. And with Mantankin in it, you can't go wrong with anything that he puts out. But yeah, no, I don't have time for TV anymore. I literally fall asleep on the couch about 8 o'clock. Les is like, babe, are you falling asleep? Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not me.
Not me.
I can't. That stuff was too, I mean, for me, I'm honest with a weird statement. That stuff was too violent for me and too disturbing. Like I tried watching Criminal Minds. I'm like, I always I get told a lot of old folks like these shows. I'm like, these 78 people are watching, like, they took her head and twisted it this way. And I'm like, really? We're talking about that at 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night when we go to bed? Because see, I dream what I watch last. I always do. So I have to be careful what I watch. Like last night, I watched the new show La Brea.
Oh yeah.
NBC. I'm a sucker for disaster stuff. And La Brea, is the tar pits open up and now it's like Lost. Like, where are they? They fell through a hole. Where are they? So I'm watching that. So I had a dream that I was trying to get out of a hole in this weird land with pterodactyls. That was my dream last night. So usually I watch a comedy before I go to bed. It's like I try to watch something so I don't dream it.
Yeah. What?
This was like, what?
One, that's a cool power to have, really, because I can't dream on command if I tried. And second of all, that does seem like Land of the Lost meets Terra Nova. La Brea, okay, whatever. And third,
I'm in it. But no, you guys ever went to a dream where you had a dream, you wanted to finish it and go back? I've done that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what
I couldn't tell you what it was, but I know it happened.
Yeah.
It involves money. It's like, I'm rich. No, go back to that. Friends due next week.
Mine's always trying to get somewhere and I'm almost there. And then it's like, wake up. Like, no, I don't want to wake up. I want to get there. I want to complete the mission before I wake up. So anyway, I dreamt about La Brea last night, but not the La Brea we all know and love. You know, La Brea, I was just driving down there the other day. It's so different now. Going north.
Oh, wow.
Oh my, the Target there now. They're changing all this stuff along going towards Melrose. That whole, both sides are completely renovated. That whole, they call it the furniture district or something. What do they call it? Or what do they call it there? It's totally different now. Totally different.
I used to do a comedy show in a hole in the wall theater on Melrose and La Brea, or in the corner from Pink's. And it was kind of like, it was a small theater and no one would go, but I knew the writing on the wall. I'm like, how long is this like small box theater gonna last when there's like a giant building being made that closed down the comic book shop across the street? Like LA is just becoming a new version of, it's molting, basically. A new version of itself is happening. And you're just like, well, let me get out the way.
I'm molting. Don't dogs molt?
And no, birds molt, dogs shed. Trust me, I have a husky. I know all about dog shedding.
Makes sense.
I can't remember. It's like something about molting. I like the word molting. I don't know what that. I'm not smart or anything. I just like the words. And your husky, do you vacuum every day?
Seriously? Work for a living, James.
You're not diligent. Like, I want no hair anywhere. You don't do it every day.
No.
I was
In
triggered.
fact, when my mom comes to visit, the first thing she does is breaks out the vacuum and the duster, and she's like, "Do you mind?" I'm like, "No, go right ahead. It's all good."
You're like, I'm not offended at all. Please do.
No, please. I work for a living. That's my whole motto and my excuse, really. But I'm going to call it my motto: is I work for a living. That's my excuse for everything.
But Melissa, can't you have it all? You're a today's modern woman.
Yeah, still working on that. I'd love some tips.
Like, I don't want it all. Okay, it's like clean.
It's a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
A lot of work.
I actually yesterday I was planning on cleaning my house, and that didn't happen.
Yeah. There's so many other things to do. So many other fun things to do. What's really sad about that, and I'm laughing, but when I go home, I have such bad allergies.
Oh, that's right.
And the dusting and the vacuuming is really a critical part of managing it. So I should do better, and now, I should do better. And now I feel like I need to do better. So I think I'll go home and vacuum tonight.
I'm very proud of you, Melissa. See, watch this video and watch it back to you. You
have it on constant loop.
Yes.
Every night at 6:30.
And you will.
I commend you, because I say this around 8:30 a.m. too. I'm gonna clean everything, and then 11:30 goes. I go, tomorrow. I guess the day's almost over. It's almost noon. Like I've given up.
The day's almost over. It's only 11:30.
Yeah, it totally is. I'm totally that person. Oh man, once I get food, it's over.
Are you an early riser?
Yeah, I kind of am. I mean, I'm kind of like, I do 12 to 6 or 6 a.m. to 12 every day. So if I get up at 6:45, I'm upset. I'm always like, forget it. You know what I mean? Tuesdays are the worst for me. I get up at 5 a.m. on Tuesdays. Kind of like
5
I
a.m.
feel it.
Yeah, that's early. So what's on Tuesday morning though that gets you up at 5 a.m.?
I have this.
I'm the nosy kind.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Right. I got this podcast that is part of the Spotify network. So like I have bosses and stuff, and they want to release it at 1 p.m. Eastern. So that I have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning Pacific to warm my voice up to record at 6:45 Pacific, so they can release it at 10 a.m. Pacific. So it's kind of like, so I have a late night talk show at Monday nights at 10. And once you finish that, I'm like, I don't say hi, but like, it's hard to go right to sleep. But like, so I go to bed at 12 or 1, and I get up at 5, like, oh God. Woo. Meanwhile, the Mac Mania podcast every Tuesday morning.
I've never done a podcast that early. I don't even know. I mean, I was telling my hair's still asleep at 5. So I'm like trying to think how to get my voice together. I'm like, that
must be nice.
I keep forgetting you don't have hair. I keep forgetting. Sorry, your beard.
I know you're wearing a hat today, James. I'm surprised.
James Jr. has not combed. I look like a mushroom. I mean, James Jr. has not combed his hair this morning yet. I took out the trash, got my coffee. I have my orange juice and my pills. That's all I've done. We have not done anything else. We washed our face, we brushed our teeth, and that's it. But I got hair. It's out of control. It's out of control. It's out of control. Listen, it's out of control.
It is, okay, so because I love you and you're a great friend, I will agree with you. Usually I'm trying to find something positive to say because we like to focus on the positive. Baby, just get a haircut.
I don't want to. I like it. I said,
Love you.
love you, mean it.
Get your haircut.
Bye. Yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Oh no. Welcome back
I'm
to
back.
the Vince and No James show. Oh, hey, what's up? James is back.
You know, purple is a good color for you, James.
I know I love purple, actually.
I don't see you enough in purple.
That's positive. Yeah.
She
said she was focused on positive.
That's a friend.
That hat's great.
No, so I do actually I do like purple. I don't have enough purple. Purple's a royal color, and I don't have enough purple. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm a blue. I'm a blue guy. I have lots of red more now in my wardrobe. Red looks good on us colors.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do red. Even though I like orange, I feel orange sometimes makes my skin look purple. But I like orange.
I love orange.
Yeah.
It's a Dutch in me. We love orange.
Not a lot of people can wear orange. I love orange.
They can't.
I can't
You can't wear it?
wear it. I'll look like a 50-50 bar.
Delicious.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yes, there you go. There's a positive spin.
Yeah, there's also delicious.
Right.
Wait, so what are your favorite colors? What are your colors that you wear a lot?
Black.
What?
Although I am wearing black today, I'm a little short on the camera today. I don't know what happened to my chair. It's like I feel like I need to be sitting up. I love purples. I love blues. I love greens. And black, you know, black's always good, especially when you're tired and you've gotten up at 6 in.
The puffiness.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you just get the preparation H.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say it works. It works on puffiness. Right. I like black, of course, obviously. I like green. I don't have enough green in my wardrobe. I don't have enough green. I like green a lot. I like medium, like my color, like my wall. I like those greens. I don't have enough green. I don't see a lot of green out there, like stuff to buy. That's the green shorts I love. That's it.
Yeah, but those are usually like olive greens. They're not like a green. You know, they're usually the olive
or hunter
tones.
Green or hunter green.
Yeah.
The darkers. I like the lighter greens. I don't see enough of those. But I have some basketball shorts that are kind of a dark. They're kind of a greenish, almost kind of gray a little bit in there, but they're whatever. I like them. And then I split them the other day. I was like, oh, I split them. That's crazy.
Were you breakdancing? What happened?
Yeah, I was busting a move. And I was like, I busted a move, and that was it. What happened there? It was an organizing job. So I think I bent over in a weird way. I was trying to get in a weird way. That sounds even worse. I went to grab something. I think it just ripped.
Yeah. It's weird for me because I'll have a black as a base for years, and then one summer I'll go, I'm like, I want all the colors. And it's almost like it dates itself. You can tell by how like faded it is. Like, oh yes, 2018. That was what I was trying to do, all the colors at once. Woo! Back to black, you know.
I like colors.
Yeah.
Maybe we should wear more colors. Maybe we should. I mean, I know it's tough for some people. I know there's a lot of body issues and stuff, and so I know usually black is the easiest. The darker the color, the easier, dark grays, and they usually go with everybody. They go with everybody. Everybody can wear those.
Yeah.
No coloring counts, and all just kind of wear, but colors are good. You don't have to embrace your body. Just wear some different colors.
I was doing this for a lot for the shows. Like I was all about black with a little splash of like aqua blue, right? But then doing the shows and it's just the top half, you're like, I gotta look different somehow because I can't change my dresser. Like it's just so I go in the store, I'm buying all the other things as loud and as many patterns as I can. The question now becomes, would I have the confidence to wear that outside? That's the thing I have to work out. Like, you know.
I want to go back to your false front dresser. You should have false fronts. And you just keep popping up different things in your dresser, different
I should have like a vision board one or like a marker one.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. Just pop off different color, different things.
This is a mahogany this month. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I love color. So I always said I was gonna wear whatever I want. I like color. So I think it's kind of fun. But being on TV, especially being in the studio, they tell you certain colors you shouldn't wear. They wash you out. Some colors they tell you should wear, so you pop on camera. So I think I just took that with me when we're doing these on Zoom. Just wear something that's kind of, that contrasts to my face.
Yeah, absolutely.
so that my face pops out. Bam! My face. Look at me.
James wants to stand out some more.
I mean, in looks wise, yes, I stand out personality. I'm just saying, and on camera, yes. No, she's known me for 20 years. She knows I've been this way 20 years, right? I've been the same way.
Oh yeah. I've always said I've heard James before I've seen him.
I get what you mean. That's totally true.
And I knew it was I just knew he was going to be such a great personality, because usually you hear people before you see them and there's so much fun and energy, and they're just a ball of fun. James, you're a ball of fun. And I love you.
Oh, I love you.
And that laugh. How do you not look around the room for that laugh, you know?
Yeah. That's cute.
Although I should say that when my mom watched the podcast, because I'm saying, oh, this is James and look what we're doing, she's like, he's very nice.
That's a good sign.
Thanks, Mom. Like I said,
Mom's let you know if they're not feeling it.
Mom will definitely,
your
right?
moms
Let you
will tell
know.
you.
Man, she's like, this is your friend. No.
Yeah.
Flobo's a mama's boy, so he knows.
Totally. My mom is like, I don't know what you do, but all right.
My mother's like, I don't watch your stuff. I just press like on it. She don't watch my show. I just press like on it. I'm like, thanks, Mom. Let's just press like on it.
She press likes on it. Yeah. My mom will only watch one of my shows because it's less than 10 minutes. All the other ones is too long for her. She goes, yeah, you talk too much and boring me. I'm like, oh, damn. Okay. Here's a short video package for you weekly. I do it every Wednesday morning.
Delivered with love.
Delivered with love, because you're the only one that asked for it. There you go. But yes, moms are honest as hell. They've earned it, right? So
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, they have. I told my mother this morning because I had a tea kettle that got a hole in the bottom of it. I was trying to I do tea at night, and I was trying to the tea kettle on. All of a sudden, no water was in it. It was all on the stove. I was like,
what? Wait, hold on. So last night you're like, let me just curl up with a nice episode of a sitcom of La Brea. Let me get some tea, and there's a hole in your kettle. That sounds like a thing you get from Wish. Like that's like a joke kettle. Why? Like a punctured hole, or was it like a crack in the seal? Like
I can't tell, but all I know is all the water was on the stove.
Yeah.
In the where the burners are.
Yeah. And the burner was still going, or they got down?
When the burners went out, because the
okay.
water got out. I was like, what's going on? And I'm like doing this, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm like, oh, there's water coming at me. I couldn't tell where I couldn't tell. Why is somebody sending me a post from the Wrestle Daily? I'm not a wrestle person.
That's probably Adam Woods. Yeah.
No, it's my friend. It's one of my actors, Danny.
Oh.
He's into wrestling. He's on the Rapid Rita show that we're filming.
So when you say he's into wrestling, does he wrestle?
This guy, I'm not sure if he wrestles or not, but I know he likes wrestling. Likes watching wrestling.
This guy does too.
Like he does too, like him.
Hey.
But he doesn't wrestle.
No. I used to do announcing commentary, but not actually. I'm not dumb. Not actually wrestling.
He only wrestles in private.
Well, I mean, kind of. No. That's terrible. It's a family show.
I was like, this is a morning show. It's a morning show. Sorry,
it's a family show.
Morning show. Not after hours. Not after hours.
Right. No, I'm a wrestling fan for a long time. So like anytime I see someone that's into it, like now it's different because it's out there and it's cool and everyone loves nerd culture now. But growing up, it was like a secret society. It's like, you like wrestling? Oh, I like wrestling. Let's talk. You know what I mean? Like it was like a thing, you know?
That's so funny. Secret society. When we grew up, it was like, it was jokey. It was like, you know,
worldwide wrestling, baby.
Yeah. I mean, we all kind of watched it because it was part of the culture, kind of.
Right.
It wasn't separate yet. It wasn't separate like this whole thing over here yet.
Until I would say 89 or 90 when rock and wrestling died. Like when back when Cyndi Lauper was there no more, and it was like Lou Albano was gone, and it stopped being cool to the mainstream audiences. The underground started building up, and nerds like myself would watch and trade tapes and talk about guys you even heard of. And so I'm glad it's come back that way, so you don't feel weird about it. But
you should never feel weird. You should embrace what you like.
I just feel like with wrestling, it's like I have to tell people how old I am to make them understand it. Because like people of a certain age goes, oh, I remember when Hulk Hogan. I was like, I got into wrestling in '93. Hulk Hogan was a guy from Thunder in Paradise. Like I knew he wrestled, but he wasn't a big deal to me. Like that's why I came from the underside of it. But not about that stuff. That's weird. That's nerd talk. We don't talk about nerd stuff.
See, somehow we got into wrestling. Everything it always comes back to wrestling.
I learned everything in life through comes to wrestling. You name the subject, I can tell you a wrestling story that relates to it, man.
That sounds like a challenge.
It's
James,
true.
come on. Let's throw something out there for an analogy to wrestling.
To wrestling. That's a good challenge. I think that's oh my god, I think
Any life situation, any life lesson.
yeah, I said, oh my goodness. I guess this coffee is kicking in. I can't think of anything right now. I feel like you're right. You can probably think of anything. Like I can think of anything.
We can move on, but if something pops up, you let me know.
Let's do an easy one. Let's say that I had my first breakup, which really did break my heart. So I have a breakup. My boyfriend is not a good boyfriend, and I'm upset and crying. And my friends, because we were kind of, younger, we didn't really get how life worked back then. All they wanted to do was talk about themselves and how great everything was going, while my heart was sitting there broken, and no one I felt really cared.
Well, first of all, wrestling always cares, but that reminds me of a time when there was a three-way love angle between Christian, Chris Jericho, and Trish Stratus, and Christian tried whatever he can, but Trish wasn't interested because, frankly, she just focused on the craft of wrestling. But Chris Jericho saw this as a time to manipulate Christian to do his bidding in some of the matches with hopes that Trish would notice that and see how awesome he was and come around. And guess what? She did, because hearts always break at the end of it, and everything ends up in a fight.
That was amazing.
There you go.
Hey.
Okay, I have one very obscure. Now Melissa has inspired me. I'm saying the word what the word is. She did something. Okay. Gardening. Is there any can be any correlation from being out in the garden, like tending to your garden, and wrestling?
Oh, that's a good one. Because when you're gardening, it's all about peace, right? Focusing on what works for you. Well, there was a group called Tian Sha here at NXT that, even though they're not about peace, they're about violence. They were taking a meditative stance. It took weeks upon weeks, and they crafted those people in that group by beating them into submission to make sure they fall into that format. So you're probably telling yourself, what's happening with gardening? I'm going out there with plants and trees. What's about focus? It's about concentration, about being one with yourself and your body. And so I would always say, if you're into gardening, you probably like that storyline as well.
Okay.
Very good.
I'm a nerd.
That's 2 for 2.
I'm a nerd.
2 for 2.
I do feel like everyone has their one thing where they go deep dive into it. And I think for a long time I was like embarrassed because, again, wrestling was not as popular in two different parts of my life. But like, I'm sure everyone has their one thing. I'm like, Harry Potter stuff, I don't get. Like, or Friends, the sitcom, I don't understand that show at all. But people know that stuff,
I guess Melissa and I, we like Star Wars.
See, I got into that stuff late. Like, I got into Star Trek late. Star Wars, I've only watched 2 of the movies. Sorry.
Oh, you got some catching up to do there, my new
It was
friend.
like 12.
And no Mandalorian. Hello, no Grogu. Come on.
No Grogu?
Here's the deal. Because I say, hey guys, I haven't watched Star Wars. What do you think of the franchise? No one's ever like, you got to. It's more like, well, watch this and this, but those aren't good. And that was kind of meh. You're like, well, if you're a fan and you're telling me half the movies suck, why should I try? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have bad experiences, but everyone's kind of like, these movies are great. Don't watch these, but this one's great. Don't watch that, but definitely watch this. It's like, that's to compare it. I watch Fast and Furious movies just to compare, and some of them are ridiculous, but I'm kind of like, it's worth the skim. Like, watch them all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like Star Wars fans don't do that.
You're right.
You're right. He is. Yeah, I can't even argue that. I'm like, yeah.
We're just sitting here going, yeah, we own that.
Yeah.
Stupid filmmakers. No.
Exactly. I can't even argue that. I'm like, yeah, don't watch those films, but watch these. Exactly. Yeah. Anyway,
I've seen episode 1 twice. If that makes sense. Both times in theaters.
Yeah.
And,
Mandalorian's good. Mandalorian's good.
It's really good.
I like my Grogu.
Do I have to watch other movies to get that?
Mandalorian.
No, but yeah, you gotta watch Mandalorian. There you go.
Do I have to watch the movies to watch that, or just I can watch it?
No, you don't have to.
No.
Watch the Mandalorian. I was so excited about the Mandalorian coming because I was convinced it was Yoda that was playing the part of Grogu. That my stepson for Christmas got me a subscription to Disney Plus just so that I can watch the Mandalorian.
Oh wow.
So,
That's
and I've not been disappointed, really. You gotta watch it. It's good television.
I would say this. I was shocked the second season was as good as it was. But see, like I said, the first season, I didn't really know what it was about. I didn't really know what it was going to be. And then I realized it's about this story about this Mandalorian and this being. We didn't know it wasn't called Grogu yet. I was like, that's the story. And then it was good, but I was like, oh, okay. And then the second season, I'm going, how are they going to continue this? Like, will it get too old? Will it get? And no, it didn't. And it was, and every episode was, at first it almost became this, and I don't know if you agree with that, Fred. At first it almost became this, it's gonna be like a monster a week thing going on, but then it didn't do that either. So we were surprised. So it really did. And I mean, if you're a long-time Star Wars fan, the season finale will really get you. But you don't have to watch it to not get it. You can still watch it. We're long-time, the original 3 trilogy fans. So it meant something for us especially. But you don't have to, and Giancarlo Esposito, who plays a villain in it.
Of course,
really good. He's really good. Like he's really
everyone's villain.
Yeah. He's the best.
Like him and Eric Roberts are always bad people.
They're always bad people.
Yes, I love Eric Roberts.
I want to tell you something. I have an Eric Roberts story, really quick.
Oh,
great.
So I do. Speaking of people, so I went to Dancing with the Stars a few years ago, taping, and so it's all a facade, of course. So but behind the facades are like the sticks hanging out, and you got to step over them and stuff to get to your seats. So they're getting us through. They had to move a bunch of us around, and I stepped on Sherry Shepherd's foot from the view. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to step on your foot. I mean, that's it was. And she was like, "Oh, it's fine, whatever." Eric Roberts says to me, because he was with her, says, "Great voice, man. Love your voice." I go, "I love your voice too." They shook my hand, and we were ushered to our seats.
Wow.
That's my Eric Roberts story.
There's a collab I never thought I would see, but I want to see now. Eric Roberts, James Lott
Jr. Yeah, I don't know, something. But yes, but he was very sweet too, because he always plays bad guys. Then he has his reputation as being a bad guy, so to speak, and kind of like a rebel guy in Hollywood. So him and Julia aren't close, apparently. And his daughter's Emma Roberts, is a good actress too.
Yeah, Emma's great.
I liked her in Scream 4. I liked her in Scream 4. She was really good in that. But yeah, she was the one. Scream 4. She was in Scream 4. She was the lead in that. She plays Sydney's niece or something, or cousin, who was really like tired of her being so famous. She wanted to be famous.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you watched the Scream movies, Melissa, or not. I don't know if you.
I watched the first one, which I loved, and then it was just the same thing again, over and over again. In fact, talking about horror flicks, Jason is resurfacing again with Jamie Lee Curtis coming back to reprise her role. Just because I'm a diehard Halloween fan, the number one, I have to watch it.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting. Yes,
Michael's still around apparently.
Well, they chopped off his head in one movie, and he's still around. Right?
I know. How does it work?
Well, like his soap dish, you just put his head back on, and you finally keep going. She's like, "He's decapitated. Doesn't matter. Throw his head back on." Life goes on. That's how they work. That's how these shows work. I have a friend who wrote the Final Destination movies, the first 3 or 4, and he's like, "Yeah, they're all ridiculous, but you just keep going. Just keep moving. People will forgive anything. They want to see blood and guts. That's what they want to see.
Yeah, I do.
If you want to see blood and guts, a little side note: Cabin in the Woods. That movie is a trip. You didn't like it? Like the whole
I like how it ended.
The whole last half.
I like
the elevator.
That's why I didn't like it. I know I'm in the minority, but it was the last half of the movie that was kind of like, okay, this is not for me. I'm out. And then the ending, no thanks.
No thanks. No thanks. I'm full. No thanks.
No thanks.
I'm good. No thanks. I liked it. Anyway, so that's another. But it was all commentary on, all those kind of movies too. That was part of it. So it was like, I don't know. I don't really care. So it didn't work for me.
Look, I love commentary as much as the next person, but the movie has to be great and to itself. Soylent Green is great. Cut the commentary out. It's still a good movie. It's people.
It's people. I have that movie actually on my DVR right now because I was watching it the other day. I was like, Soylent Green is people. That's a great commentary on life. You ever seen that, Melissa? Soylent Green?
No.
Well, see, I had a mother who was a hippie, so we watched like Tommy when I was a kid, Soylent Green, all these weird movies. She'd make us watch them, and Family of Paradise, all these things. So they have a special place in my heart when I watch them. Remind me of those good times. Even though I was way too into watching these things, but she didn't want to watch them by herself. It was the 70s. Parents, what they were doing back then. The latchkey kid syndrome later and all that stuff. I was like, yeah, you guys were fine. You had keys, you had food in the house. I'm like, you can't leave kids by themselves. That's not how it's supposed to work.
There was no PG-13 back then. I mean, look, I am a 90s kid, but my parents treated me as if I was a 70s baby, bro. Like, it's crazy how much freedom they gave me. I got my first house keys at 7 years old. Call yourself home from school, make yourself a snack. It was just it's a weird time.
We were told watching your sibling. We had a bunch of siblings. So we had to watch each other. So it was like just everybody watch each other. The oldest one was in charge. And you all watched each other coming home from school because we weren't far from our school, so we could do that. But today, I wouldn't let my kids walk to school by themselves. No. Back then, we didn't wear seatbelts back then, Melissa. We didn't wear seatbelts in a car.
Seatbelts? What? Cars didn't even have seatbelts. Come on.
Exactly. Hello. I mean, isn't that funny that I remember going in the back of the station wagon as kids. They're just riding around, dad drinking, smoking in the car, whatever. I'm just no protection.
Yeah.
We survived.
We did. I remember my sister and I would come home after school and we would fight all the time. So what my mom got about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon was, Mom, you're not going to believe what she did today. So my mom literally hated that we were home alone after school because she'd have to field all these calls from my sister and I complaining about each other for whatever silly fight that we were in. So she would not like that we were unsupervised for that reason. And also probably fear of she just never knew what was going to be broken when she got home. So, yeah.
Yes. So we couldn't call my mother. Like, don't call me. I'm this.
So you couldn't call your mom?
Oh no. I was like, you handle that at home. My mother tells a story once. She said she was on the phone. And I said, my brother's like, he's looking at me or breathing on me, whatever he was doing, whatever. She's like, I'm on the phone, handle it. She said also she saw me get a big stick and try to hide it behind my back and go into the room. She goes, I don't know what happened, but it was quiet. And I didn't bother me anymore. I didn't see any music later either. So she's like, that's 70s parenting, kids. That's what it is. That's what like.
Kids handle it themselves.
Handle it. Okay, bitches, I'll handle it. So I grabbed me a stick. I was like, I'm going to go and take care of it. I probably just threatened him.
Grab me a stick.
It was a big stick. I don't know. I don't know what it did to him. I don't remember. I was like 8 or 9. Look at my nerves. I was like, you're breathing on me. You're touching me. You're there. You know,
Exactly.
What a time to be alive, man.
It was fun.
Prison yard rules. Get that stick.
Hey, I had toys that were actual metal. My Tonka trucks were metal trucks.
Yeah.
There's no safety stuff going on. I remember they were outside in the rain, they rust. We still played with them.
Oh, my brother, he was born in 78. And just in the years that he came in or I came around, like the chemistry sets changed. Like you could actually make lethal stuff with these chemistry sets to give the kids back then. Now it's like pictures of things. They know better.
Everything's non-toxic and everything now. Everything was toxic back then. I was eating glue, paste, sniffing markers. I'm fine. It's up for debate, I guess. But people will say, yes, James, you're great. I turned out okay. I mean, sure, whatever, you know.
I love that purple hat. That's
thank you. It's like, I'm okay. I did okay. But no, but I mean, everything was, we played in trees. We climbed trees, you know, all that stuff. There was never any like, be careful. I mean, I don't think anybody told me be careful with the kid.
No, in fact, there one time we said, hey, Mom, we're at my cousin's house. We want to go here We didn't know the family because they have a pony and we want to ride the pony. And she's like, have fun, kids. Pony got bucked off the pony bareback. There was no saddle. Like no one asked any questions. And I got up, I dusted off, and I was just fine.
That's right.
And went home, nothing happened.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how today.
Oh, please. That could happen today.
Yeah.
The pony would need to be tested. We need to find a saddle that works. I mean, it'd be too much work at this point. If you have a kid today. Back then, it was like, just be home by 6. I mean, as long as you're home for dinner.
Street lights. When street lights come on,
they came up. Yes,
you gotta come home.
Gotta come home. That's the one thing we could be out. We could be out after dark. Now you're right. That's the one thing I guess that was the line they drew. When it's dark, come inside. But literally,
important line though, James.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, that's the line. It's just dark.
Right.
Something else, but yeah, it was when the street lights came on. There's time to come home. You better come home. That was you had to come home. Or if you hear your name, James, Samantha, Lauren. I go, okay, that's my mom. I gotta go.
That's my mom. Yeah, bye.
You think I'm loud, but you know, he's loud too. So yeah, we knew to go. You know, you didn't play around. Sorry, can't play anymore. Bye. We rode bikes. I skated down hills. I got down my knees and stuff. I mean, we just dusted off and just got back up. Kept it moving.
That's it. Just dust it off. Get back up. Do it again.
Do it again. Yeah, do it again.
If you went home to get like treated, you were in for the night. So
right.
I'll have that later.
You know, you didn't want to go home. You were having way too much fun.
I know. Oh, I missed that time period, kind of. I did. Because, you know, of course, I was in charge of everything when I was a kid. I was always in charge of everything. So, you know, okay, here's what we're going to do now. I'm everybody in teams. I mean, any sport, anything, I was in charge. I was always in charge. I wasn't the biggest kid or anything. I was one of the smaller ones, but I don't know. I had the biggest mouth.
What'd you play? Like, what was the games you played? Stickball? Yeah, stickball, kid. Were you like guns or man?
Well, we did. Well, we did stickball, but we did like touch football, flag football. We did baseball. It's like a little softball things. Soccer. There's other games, just like dodgeball. We played dodgeball. We played. My friend had a tether ball. I don't know if you remember. I don't even know what tether ball is. And he had the tether. Yeah. We did tether ball. I used to love tether ball. It was my favorite. And just we had skating races. You should be doing because we all kept falling. Skating races. We did all. I mean, I have scars. All my knees are scarred up just from falling and scraping it on the ground. Get some Bactine or whatever that stuff was. Just spray it on it. Keep going.
That's right.
Just all word. And that's all. I mean, literally, I was always organizing. Or we play school. Or we play. I'd be a teacher. I mean, I was always organized. Always organized everything. So that kind of makes sense to me now, I guess.
So no coincidence that you're a professional organizer as an adult, right?
Right.
You were always meant to be a professional organizer.
I never thought about it before until just now. That I was always organizing everything. That led to how I am today.
That's deep, man. The gift was always there.
Yeah. And so this is our show, Coffee Conversation with James and
Melissa.
And our friend, my friend, her new friend, Mr. Flobo Boyce. So thank you, Flobo Boyce.
Hey.
This is what we do. We talk, we have conversations, we say things. My foot may go in my mouth, who knows? But this is what life is. This is how life is. I'm real. I keep it real. This is what we do. Friendship matters. Friendship, no matter how many friends you have, just have a few. You're fine. You're good. Have good ones who treat you well. That's the kind of friendships you want and need in your life. Thanks all for being on our show.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is what we do. He may come back one day. He drinks coffee.
I hope so. Please do. It's so much fun.
He's like,
I can like rank all the Star Wars movies. There wasn't a Star Wars.
I'm watching now. Homework. You have to watch Star Wars. You have to watch The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian.
Okay. Got it.
But anyway, so you can follow us on all the audio platforms. We are there now. If you want to hear us, not look at us. But why wouldn't you? But if you're busy, you're at the gym, you're walking the dog, whatever, go ahead and watch us. Listen to us. We're on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Google, we're all those places. So check us out there, Coffee and Conversation, hit the follow button. And if you're on the YouTube channels, go to JLJ Media, and there's a playlist for us, and we are there, Coffee and Conversation with James and Melissa. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Be kind, rewind. Please do that. And check us out. Pass this on to anybody you think you have friends who just talk to each other. Pass our conversation on for them too. Grab some coffee too while you're watching us and hang out. That's what we're talking about. But we'll be again here next week. We're here on Mondays talking about who knows what, and we will see you next time.